Our first award of the night is the Young Alumni Service Award. This award recognizes an alumnus or alumna under the age of 40 who has provided exemplary volunteer service to the university and the Rutgers University Alumni Association. This year's award goes to Matt Lanza, Cook College class of 2004. Matt is the president and a founding member of the Rutgers Club of Houston in Southeast Texas. He is also a meteorologist for Cheniere Energy in Houston and the managing editor of Space City Weather, a Houston area blog, which provided forecasts and crucial information during Hurricane Harvey to more than 3.5 million users. After Harvey, Matt organized a volunteer event for the newly established club at the Houston Food Bank, enabling Rutgers alumni from across Southeast Texas to help those in need. I follow Matt on Twitter. He's at Matt Lanza, and he's curated and shared important safety information not only during Hurricane Harvey, but in other weather events over the last year. And a year later, he's still sharing important information, but the one thing I've learned about him in the past 2 months is that he's become a dad. And so he not only blogs about hurricanes, but he blogs about being a father. And so if you have an opportunity to follow Matt, please do. And now it's my pleasure to present Matt Lanza.
I met Matt actually at a Rutgers dinner. It was here in Houston. It was funny because it was for the Geological Society, so he and I were the only two non-scientists there. We were also two of the youngest ones there, and that was when we kind of had this connection. Hey, there's other people here. This is a huge city. We should get together, figure out where these people are and what we can do to contribute here in town, as well as to the Rutgers community. You don't have to be close to the school to really give back. You can find mutual connections and friends and build relationships away from school. So I think the success of the Rutgers Houston group, you can really give a lot of credit to Matt. You know, we had 4 or 5 people that had this idea, hey, we all went to Rutgers, we all live here now, we should get together, build those networks, build those communities. And Matt got us organized, set up events, kind of taking this idea and saying, hey, let's form this group that can give back to the Houston community and Rutgers community. I think it's very meaningful. So Matt's a meteorologist. He also went above and beyond to start this blog just to contribute to Houston and say, hey, here's what's going on in local. You know, when Harvey hit, people didn't know what to do, where to get information, you know, Weather Channel, local news, the internet. So being able to go to Space City Weather had kind of hype 3, you know, here's what you need to know. And I think that the fact that it was going constantly, people knew they could always go on, refresh, and they had posts every hour, every other hour, kind of giving people really, really important information. How long is this gonna last? What should I do? When is my area gonna be affected? So as soon as Harvey hit, we all got together and said, what can we do to kind of help out, right? And the food bank needed volunteers, and Matt kind of took the lead on getting the Rutgers group together. We went to the food bank and we kind of organized, helped with all their donations, took it in, split it up so they could basically create these packages to send out to families and people that were in need during Harvey and immediately after Harvey. You know, I think his ultimate motivation is just helping others. As soon as you talk to him, he's kind and caring and wants to contribute wherever he can. If it's helping you out with something small that you just mentioned or something that he has an expertise in, the weather or anything like that, he just wants to give back whenever he can. I nominated Matt Lanza for the award because of his contributions both to forming the Rutgers University Club of Houston as well as to his efforts with Hurricane Harvey. With everything he's done, I think Matt Lanza's commitment to serving his community and his leadership is really inspirational.
I hate being talked about sometimes, but that was something else. I'm really truly honored and humbled to stand up here tonight and receive the Young Alumni Service Award. I know that, you know, despite what you may have just heard, there's a lot of other people out there that are just as deserving, if not more so, than what I've done. So to have been chosen for this is something I really don't take lightly. It's truly an honor, and it was truly a surprise when I learned I was chosen. Kind of came out of the blue sky. So I want to thank the Rutgers University Alumni Association for the honor, and thank you to all those who helped organize today's conference and events, which were excellent. I hope to take some of the lessons from today back to our club in Houston and do more so we can do more, help more, and spread the word about Rutgers throughout Houston and Southeast Texas. I may be the one technically receiving the award, but without the help of the other board members of the Rutgers Club of Houston and Southeast Texas, I would not be standing up here. The 6 of us, including Adam, who you just heard, had 2 things in common. We were young alumni of Houston, or of Rutgers, and second, we knew a place like Houston, one of the largest cities in the country, with about 1,000 alumni in the area, deserved an active Rutgers alumni chapter for networking, game watching, highlighting our university, and helping in the community. Hurricane Harvey was a deeply emotional event for all of us in various different ways. For myself personally, I'm really not sure that the impact is truly sunk in, even a year and a half later. I'm happy that we could do a little bit to help in the community, and I hope we can do more in the future as a club. We're actually already planning a return to the food bank, hopefully next month, to do pretty much what we did last year, because the need does not stop in the Houston area. It's a big city, and it needs as much volunteer help as possible. So I'm excited to see where our future holds as an organization. I really want to give a special thank you to a few folks that aren't here tonight: Sagar Patel, Nasli Dyer, Adam Weaver, Victoria Wagner, and Jennifer Tam. They were the ones that kind of as a group nominated me, and I want to thank them for putting their faith in me to lead this group and get it off the ground. Without their help, you're certainly going to be hearing from somebody else tonight, for sure. I also want to just give a special thanks to Cassie Kingberry, who helped us out so much, motivated us, and was so patient with us as we devised the framework for our chapter. We had questions, and she always had answers. I know she's moved on, but she was vital in our development, and we owe her a real debt of gratitude for encouraging us to do more. Lastly, I want to thank Donna over here, who I connected with online after Hurricane Harvey. You don't realize it until you're going through a disaster like that, that having encouragement and support of folks based at Rutgers, 1,500 miles away is real valuable. It's a calm and reassuring voice to hear in the middle of a disaster. So it spurs me on. I know it spurs others on as well to keep at it. Launching a club is not always easy. There's a lot of hurdles that we have to overcome, but we're very grateful for that support, and we hope to continue growing. We'd like to consider Houston the energy hub of the United States still, and we're hoping that we can build a pipeline of students and interest from the Houston area up to Rutgers. So thank you once again, and I'm truly honored.